I have an AR15 and I wanted to add a 2-point sling to it. The issue was where to do it. I do have Picatinny mounts on it, but I wanted to do it as far forward as possible and as rearward as possible. So that left me a couple options. And one, I was going to use the buttstock hole here for a quick release ring, and for a quick release ring, and I was going to use the forward tab under the sight for the front mount. The problem I had with the front is the original ring had been removed at some point, so I was going to need a new ring and pin to get that taken care of. To do this, you're also going to have to remove the hand guard, which hopefully you know how to do, or there are other videos that will show you how to do it, but it really is very simple. You have the ring here, you just push down on it and you can ease the pieces out. Some may use a removal tool to do it. I can usually do it by just pulling down on it and getting the pieces out of the way. The parts I needed from Midwest, we had the ring and the pin, and I think they ran all of $5, so that wasn't too bad. And from Midwest we also got the Grovtec quick release ring. And for the rear, from Impact Weapons, how to order it direct, we got a mount that mounts into the Moe's, the Magpul Moe's buttstock, and we'll accept the 1/4-inch ring. Now, given the way this thing usually loosens things, I am also going to use Loctite with that rear component. I'm using the removable Loctite, not the permanent stuff, so you know, I would keep that in mind if you opt to use Loctite as well. So there are the parts we need. The other thing we're going to need is, since we're pinning it, we're going to need a tap set to flare the pin so obviously the ring doesn't fall out. Okay, so that's what we're starting with, and now we'll get to work. Now also, I am left-handed, so I'm going to be doing this from the right side. We have our ring, we're going to line up the holes and try and get our pin in. Maybe. Okay, so we got that in. Tap it the rest of the way. Didn't have to tap it. Now we're going to flip this over and see if we can flare it. Let me move the camera over here. And we're going to sorry, I had to break away. Working at the desk, standing up with the camera in the way, I had to go to an area of a bit more stability and actually braced it against a vise. But as you can see, I was able to flatten it out. The ring is now my pivot point, and now we'll put the hand grip back on and move on to the rear. Now, for those who might be a little less initiated, not that I'm an expert at this, putting the hand grip on is just the reverse of taking it off. Pull the ring back, seat one, and then pull the ring back again, seat the second. I'm not going to bother showing it here. The Impact Weapons piece is notched, so when you put it in the groove, it will positively mesh in there. I'm going to put a drop of thread lock in each of the holes and then screw it down. I'm not going to bother you with watching it. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. They give you 2 mounts and 2 sets of screws, one set longer than the other. Obviously you pick the one that meets your needs. So I'm going to go do that and be right back. So there you have it. We have the front mount in place. The swivel ring is in place. It's about as far forward as I can get it. Like I said, I opted not to use this side of the Picatinny rail on the bottom, just for convenience, and was thinking of other uses for those. And back here we have the ring installed. It's a push button quick release, and there's our mount. Mounts with two Allen wrenches, two Allen screws. Very simple, straightforward, convenient. Now I just have to adapt the sling to it. I'm not going to do that here, since I'm sure you'll do your sling differently than I do mine. But that, in short, is the way I chose to go here. I was trying to find a convenient way. I didn't particularly want the strap going through. I wanted a quick release type deal. And so now I can clip on that ring and either release with a clip, or release the whole ring, or up here I can quick release with just using the clip on the sling. And there you have it. The guard's back in place. Again, very simple to do, and we're good to go.